Dave Thomas, earlier this morning, had a chance to catch up with Mark Kilam from the Edmonton Elks.
What do you want to take away from this weekend observing the athletes?
You could take a lot of things away, and a lot of them are intangible. You know, what does an athlete's body language look like? How is his hustle in between drills? What's his eye contact with the coach? Does he take the stuff from the meeting room to the field? If he has a bad rep, what does his next rep look like? Those are all kind of things you can take away from seeing guys live.
When you're building culture, a lot of that comes down to personality. So would that mean that interviews maybe sometimes are more important than the way an athlete performs on the field?
Well, I mean, these guys can certainly go up or down in their interviews, without a doubt. There might be a guy where you have to press him on certain issues, and he owns it and responds really well, and vice versa. It could go the other way, and you kind of get an insight into the character of the player in those interviews.
You have been doing this for a while. This isn't new for you. First time as a head coach, though. Has that changed anything?
Not really. I mean, I was on the team I was on before. The coaching staff was heavily involved with the draft. I've carried a similar preparation mindset into this combine. It's a little bit different because of the way that our personnel department is set up and the way that we're interacting. But as far as my preparation to come here, very similar. I enjoy the combine. I enjoy seeing these guys face to face.
How excited are you for them to succeed? Speaking with former players after you were hired, right? Everything blew up on social media, which is so cool. And having an opportunity to speak with players and athletes that have interacted with you, they weren't surprised. And they said that that's just a foundation and a trust that you've built. Can you build that here?
I think you can start it. You definitely can start building relationships here. I mean, this is the next generation of superstars. This is the next generation of impact Canadians and racial changers. So, you definitely can start that. That's why I think this whole process is invaluable. It gets guys in front of the coaches, the personnel people, and it's all football for the entire weekend. So I think it's a great atmosphere.
Has the athlete changed physically and mentally in a positive way over the last number of years, or is it more difficult to assess them knowing that they get so much coaching before an event like this?
Well, I mean, you can read through the scripted agent answers. For sure, you can read through that. But, I mean, I think the level of physical preparedness that these athletes have is tremendous. I think that has definitely gone up over the years that I've been involved in this. The players coming out are very high quality, are very, very ready to compete right away, compete sooner when they enter the CFL, and I think that's a credit to them and all the work that they put in.
Is that also a testament to the improved coaching that they're receiving from high school on up in Canada?
No doubt. I mean, the grassroots programs are strong. I mean, I know this province, football matters, in Alberta, where I'm from, football matters there as well. And I think you can go down through the levels, and it kind of gives me chills to see the level of coaching that they're getting, the level of development, level of commitment from the coaches to the players, and the vice versa, the players to the football programs. And I think that's showing up now and later on in those guys' career.
Now, you talked about this stage of the process, right? This is the next step towards building and assembling your roster. Have things gone like you wanted them to from the day that you took the job? Are you happy with the progress that you've made in getting that number set to where you're going to open the season with?
Yeah, I don't think you're ever happy. I think you're pleased with steps that you take in the plan that you have. I'm very confident working with Ed. We see things very similar. And I've spoke on that before, but when you do see things like that, it's easier to get things done that you want to accomplish. And I think, we've taken some really positive steps, and we're going to continue to build. And this is the next the step in the process of what we're doing, and we're just working towards training camp.
So is training camp coming quickly or not?
Well, it's coming quickly because I haven't stopped working since December 1st. But I'm excited. I mean, the closer we get, football becomes a little bit more real. A lot of it is planning stages before and getting things lined up the way that you want. This is a little bit more real. Then the draft will come, and a week later we're in training camp with the rookies. So, I mean, it's right there. We're right on the doorstep, and just trying to build momentum towards that.